Do you have anything here?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I know this is probably much better.
Yeah.
Okay. That's immune point. Okay, and I'll show you on the other side. It might be easier for you to see exactly how I find it. It's on the edge of the bone. But and now I want to see the other thing I didn't resolve is, does, for example, sorry about this poor kidney 9, how is your immune?
It's fine.
Okay, but more interestingly for me is Mushu's option.
So you're doing Sandow 16 there? Is that?
Yeah, I'm checking against. How is here?
It's fine.
Okay. By the way, to show you the power of Mushu, that Mushu really is the, the big deal. How is adrenal?
It's good.
And how is inguinal?
Good.
And Rent 15?
Good.
And SCM?
Good.
Okay. And I don't know if you remember the liver.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. Above all, besides treating the organs, create the space in the body. That's what the purpose of Mushu is. Okay? So come from the side and elongate them. All right, now we can start. Now, see, if I'd started with, I want to do adrenal first, I want to do this one first, I want to do this one first. The other thing is, since I'm looking at, I'm going to call it autoimmune. It's just a label I'm putting on it. I'm not committed to anything. The only other thing I want to do is check the lungs. Okay, what lung point do I want to use? Okay, so adrenal and inguinal. Okay. Lung 5, how's inguinal?
Still a bit dodgy.
Dodgy. Lung 8, how's inguinal?
It's fine.
Okay, it ain't dodging anymore. How is...
It's fine.
Okay, so it appears, at least on this side, it's lung 8. Okay? Now, if you study this system systematically, so to speak, there is absolutely no connection between lung. If you were going to do I found this in the abdomen, treat this in the abdomen, which is the typical way people want to do it, what you're going to do is you're going to say, inguinal, this is visceroptosis. I must do stomach 13 outwards. And that's fine. The problem is you're going to chase after every single thing that you found rather than give yourself a story that's comprehensive. If then at the end there's still something on the inguinal, she says, oh, there's something left. I'll say, apparently your breasts are bigger than you thought they are. We need to lift them up with stomach 13. Okay, you can leave that to the end to chase the extra stuff that's left. Leave it to the end. It's okay. All right, you okay?
Oh, great, yeah.
All right, let's get you started.
Avi, were you going to differentiate between stomach 30 and the inguinal?
Oh, because one of her main, stomach 30 is part of the inguinal. The thing is, if she had stomach 30 in particular, because her main complaint is, number one, it's in the digestion. It's not exactly in the stomach, but it's still digestion. And fatigue. It could have to do with zongqi, which she may, by the way, I can still diagnose her as zongqi. You know why? Because she shows small intestine 11, which is a zongqi point. Okay. Okay. What is zongqi?
Pectoral, chest cheek.
Yes. That's fine.
Tidal movement things.
I've never heard that one, but okay. But it's one of those cheese, in the differentiation of blah blah chi, blah blah chi, blah blah blah. But there's
Or zongqi? Is it the chest or the one with the E in it?
the one with an E.
Z-H-E.
Oh, Zheng. Zheng means no. Zheng is real. Zheng. Yeah. Zheng is upper. Yeah. Zheng is real, and zongqi it's ancestor. Okay. So small intestine 11 is Tianzong, same zong. Okay. Heavenly ancestors, small intestine 11. Why? You have these little dimps in small intestine 11. When the ancestors look down at us, I'm facing there, and the ancestors are looking down at me, they're going to penetrate my heart through small intestine 11. Okay? So this pain here may mean something weird in your zongqi. Okay, the Zongqi is described it possibly because you have different descriptions, starting at stomach 30. It could be related to stomach 30. Since tiredness is part of her complaint, if she showed things on stomach 30, I would look for stomach chi. Oh, and you do have. Okay. Not so bad on this side, more on this side. Okay, so the next thing I want to figure out is how good is stomach chi for me? Okay. Wait, okay. How's inguinal?
It's a bit strange.
Okay, we're not interested. Okay, these are just ideas. So right now, the way the ideas are, spleen 3 and 6 moxa, kidney 9. Before I do kidney 9, I do mushu. Okay, which is my substitute for rent 4. Kidney 27 to complete my adrenal, plus lung 8, and I'm not sure which lung on this side, so hold on. Here, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, with lung 8, how's now?
It's fine.
With lung 5.
It's fine.
Okay, hold on. How about here?
No.
No good? Okay, and lung 8.
No.
Not fabulous. Does either one of them do a better job?
Lung 8.
Lung 8, okay. No one says lung has to resolve adrenal, even though lung is mother of water, mother of kidney. There's no connection here. What I'm trying to show you, if you do just the protocols by the book, okay, the lung is not involved. But if you want to add a lung point, oh yes, I know what you're thinking. You're not thinking anything because we used to say add lung 5 to adrenal protocol. So I was thinking because I see your eyes rolling, so just from tiredness apparently. Lung is not related to inguinal or adrenal, but if it's the right point for the person, what it's telling me is that the lungs, even though it didn't do a fabulous job for adrenal, the fact that it's moving it tells me that my idea of autoimmune, of systemic inflammation is probably, not 100% sure, right for her. Because what I'm doing, I'm taking the protocols and I'm going as far away from them as possible to prove that the idea that I had is the correct idea. Now, I know it sounds like the wrong thing to teach, but what I'm trying to teach you ultimately is to find the root of the problem. If you're addressing the real root, everything will start changing. Make sense? Whereas if you can just use the protocols, and I suggest that you do at the beginning, but try and graduate out of them so that your life is more rich and your capacity to treat is better. That's all. All right. So, needle-wise, I use number 1, which is 0.16 by 30. I happen to use dongbangs. You can use I wouldn't use a lot of other needles. If you use other needles, I would go for the Sarins, but they're very expensive. And they have a lot of plastic. Okay, the dongbangs come 10 in a box, and that's why I like them. But the quality of the dongbang is almost not the same as Sarin. It's perfectly acceptable. You use any other size dongbang, and the quality is not. I don't know what it is about this particular gauge. It doesn't. Now, you will often find, now I see, because people don't show me the needles, that they use and stuff, but I did, when I was in Indonesia, because they can't get the dongbangs, and they showed me the same gauge, and I'm like, this is crap. Because, okay, look at this. Do you see how flexible it is? A needle supposed to conduct qi, right, should be like an antenna. It should move. It shouldn't be stiff. The stuff they make in China, no offense to China, is tight. You can't bend those needles. Even though they're thin, you can't do this. Okay? So when you touch it, you feel hard. That is not a good needle for me. Partially because I don't do this. That's not how I needle. I needle like this. like Kiiko calls little old lady shaking. Okay, so you just, okay, and the needle depth is very light. We don't have a disposal, but we'll get one.
Big yellow one.
Oh, it was so big I couldn't see it. Oh, thank you. Sorry. He needs stomach 13. Maybe then I'll see him. All right, so, and then for feet, I use, this I get only Sarins, okay? This I believe is 0.12 by 15, okay? These are the dark greens. They have an even smaller, they have a blue, but this is, even the light green is fine for feet. Okay, so lots of people use it for facial acupuncture. You know, all the people do aesthetics, you know, type stuff. They'll use these kinds of needles. For the feet, it's much easier. You know, you don't want to argue with people. I'm afraid of the foot. It's like this way. They don't feel anything. You know, now we'll see if I'm correct or not. So, all right. You okay? All right. So that was spleen 3. Now let's go for Mushu. A little painful, right?
What, kidney 9?
Yeah, kidney 9.
It's better.
It's better because of spleen 3. Okay. The rising sun made it better. No pain?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay. Mushu. How's 9?
Much better.
Okay. Now, Mushu, I'm getting a fair amount of the needle in. Okay, I'm comparing to you the guide tube and how much of the needle is out. So the difference is how much is in plus a teeny bit more. Okay, so Mushu, I'm perfectly happy to get it in there. But most points you don't need to. You'll see in a moment, like kidney 9. Okay, so. Pain.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
Better.
How much is left?
It's about 60% better.
Okay. Trying here.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I mean, you might as well milk what you can from a location of a point. You know, moving a millimeter or 2 can get you much better results. Okay. So that also served as a substitute for Ren 4. Okay? Because she may actually have a slow pulse, and we can't tell. Okay. Kidney 9.
Needling that upwards.
With a flow of the channel. Yeah. I don't needle 90 degrees almost ever because there's a sentence in Yang Jitsu that says that needling at 90 degrees damages the upright chi. What the hell that means, I don't know. But in case it damages something that I might care about, better not to do 90 degrees. I tend to go with the flow of the meridian, with the exception of gallbladder 39 and UB 60, which we do upwards. Okay? And now kidney 27 will be towards the collarbone. So kidney 27. Now, I seem to always do kidney 27 on the right first, which contradicted what I say. I try and needle on the left first. So just accept that for whatever reason. Also, Mushu, I always needle on the right first.
How do you know that you know when you sort of move around a little bit with the pressure to locate the point more accurately? It's a long time since you've been on kidney 27. How have you remembered quite where kidney 27 is opposed to kidney 27?
I never checked 27 against pressure pain.
Right,
I never did.
Right.
So it really kind of was
So you
irrelevant.
selected the normal
In this
case.
particular case, yes. You caught me.
Not intentionally.
No, it's okay, but you did nonetheless. All right. So we still need to do lung and immune, but before I do that, I need to do okay, so we know no pressure pain here. So my question is going to be between 6 and 4. So, anything left here?
A little bit.
A little bit, okay. How's a little bit?
It's better.
How much better?
Completely.
Completely, okay. Between better and gone, there's a difference, you know?
Sorry.
It's okay. Not your fault. No, I just need to know. And that's the thing, you have to insist with patients. And so one of the things you have to do with this style, you have to put on a show and encourage them to give you the, you know, you have to somehow extract the stuff out of them. So, because they won't naturally do it.
What was the needle you put in just before?
Pericardium 4.
You're not doing your old lady style, and you're using your introducers.
That's little, what? Don't you see that? Don't you see old lady knitting? No, it's always this. You saw something else?
No, I thought you were, from what I could see, you were using a guide tube, is that right?
Yeah, guide tube always. Boom. This is like, what's his name? Tiger, someone, golfer. Tiger Woods becomes little old lady.
Ah, right, okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So no. I didn't mean that the guide tube part is the little old lady.
No.
Afterwards.
I thought you put it in that way. I didn't think you put it in with a guide tube. I misunderstood.
The manipulation.
The manipulation is little old lady. You put it in, and then if you're putting it further or whatever, then it's little old lady shaking. By the way, no. It's actually a fair question. Some Japanese people tell you, not little old lady shaking, but it looks like, do tiki like this. That is such rubbish. I'm sorry. I don't want to be offensive, but if you do, okay, you tell me, what does this feel like?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. They're thinking they're being so gentle. The patient thinks they're being brutal. Now, same exact point. What did this feel like? Nothing.
Nothing.
Just get it over with. You know, it's like, why would you torture someone, you know, and, you know, just get the needle in. That's not the important. That's why you have a guide tube, is to get that part of the skin over with. After that, then you do the little old lady shaking. Don't shake it in. You know, which I know that some people will tell you, a lot of the Toyohari people will be very insistent on doing that tiki. Fine, you know, they can do it if they want. I don't do it, and I don't recommend it. Okay? So, and immune point on this side, and then we'll go to the other side. Relax the arm totally. Thank you. Here? Okay. How's now?
It's gone.
Gone. Oh, she's a quick study. We'll move you to the third year next week. Well, I didn't say didn't say in this school. And lung 8. Now, I do not have a lung 7. I do not have the concept of a point outside the line in the lung channel. So if I want to open the rent, for example, that will be lung 8. I only have a lung 8. I don't have the concept of a lung 7.
One you use is the same. One you use
Really?
is the
Oh,
same.
okay. I haven't met him yet. Hi, here.
That's fine.
It's fine. How about here? I'm just looking for something to confirm a point. Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gone.
Good. Okay. So she's a pericardium 4 type rather than a pericardium 6 type. It would appear right now. Now, she comes back next week. I check, how's your fatigue, how's this, how, you know, what, and if she says, well, it was fine while I was on the table, but then it came back, I start changing. I'm going, well, maybe not pericardium 4, maybe pericardium 6. Maybe I need to rethink the whole ideology. Okay, so, and 1, 2, 3.
Three, yeah.
Okay. Boom.
It's gone.
Gone. Okay. Now, unfortunately for you guys, besides spleen 6, which I want to do moxa, which I could have done a needle, immune point we consider to be a moxa point. Okay, so the accoutrement. Oh, do we have a lighter? Some smoker's got to be here. All the smokers are coming out. Cute. Why so big? Why so long? Very interesting. This is just a burn cream. Well, in case you were thinking it was something else.
It's a brilliant idea, that, Avi. Trying to get it on otherwise. Is
Oh, I know. I know. Well, I was giving them out. The ones I had, I brought a few. Oh.
It's like 8, yeah.
Yeah, right and left.
Okay.
how do you actually fill it up?
From the top. You can't. Oops.
You can just scoop it in.
Yeah, you take the pusher out of it, and you stuff it, and then you squeeze it down. Some people have tried pulling it out. It doesn't, that you can do with liquid. And these are oral syringes. Now in the States, most pharmacies, not all of them do nowadays because they're stingier, but most pharmacies will give you like 2 or 3 or 4 of these for free.
Just pretend you've got a baby.
Yeah, that's, nowadays in the States they don't, they go, oh no, you have to buy them, blah, blah, blah. But they don't, when they sell them, they're like $5, $6 a piece. And they're too big and they're not comfortable. So,
Because you've had so many of them.
sorry? Because I've taken all of them. so okay, moxa. This is called pure gold, yak, I don't know. Look for the most expensive thing you can find. I don't know what you have in this country, so I can't say, but
Think. Is it a buki?
No, Ibuki is different. It's Korean and it's not the same grade. So if you look at OMS, or Lhasa OMS,
Yeah.
okay, this will be like $100 and something for 100 grams. Okay, but 100 grams will last you forever, And I suggest buying it a bunch of people. So what you do is you take a little bit. The thing is, your hands need to be dry. Keep, making sure your hands are clean, because you don't want the dirt or the sweat from your hands, oil from your hands to go into the moxa. Not because it's sacred, but because it burns more strongly. Now you pinch a teeny amount and you parachute it and you light it. Pinch, parachute, light. Now, don't light it this way because then they're going to feel the heat from the incense stick. So you take parachute, and ideally you go like this. Okay? Wait until it's done burning. Are you okay? You feeling a little bit like a mosquito bite?
No,
No, not yet. Okay, you will.
that's great. It's starting to feel a bit of warmth.
Okay, that's good. As long as they feel something, okay?
How do you get it? Because the problem I have with it is the incense stick gets stuck to the moxa when I do it.
Do this. If you do this, it's more likely to stick to it. So ideally, they feel 6 or 7, so I don't know how many I'll do. It's a question of, But the truth is, I don't ask them. Once they feel the first time, I'll at some point ask, are you still feeling? And it will give me an idea of where it's at. Now, for me, anybody with chronic conditions, and I don't care if you call them heat conditions, gets moxa. Moxa is the best thing. It dissolves connective tissue, whereas needles break down connective tissue. Okay, there's a difference. Okay.
Would you mind saying that again?
Moxa, for me, dissolves connective tissue, and needles break connective tissues. So if you probably don't know or never heard of plastics theory, but in case you have, there's in plastics theory this idea of crystallinity or something like that. As you can tell, I don't know much about it either, but I can talk. So a plastic that is opaque is a plastic that all the molecules are just globbed together. A plastic that's clear is where the molecules are more aligned. If you get the molecules aligned enough, you basically get a crystal, which means you can produce a laser through it. Okay? So the more aligned the molecules are, the more energy it conducts. In the connective tissue, the more, when you get gook, like little gummy things or I don't know how you call but it's like, like you're touching like a little hill, sort of thing, all in a space of like maybe 2 millimeters, okay? When you do that, it means the connective tissue is not well aligned, okay? Meaning there's no conductivity. Same thing the Chinese saying, qi blood not flowing. Okay? When you break down that gumminess in the connective tissue, because connective tissue is related everywhere, okay, you can get biochemical reactions happening elsewhere. That's my explanation. How come I press on a point or needle a point and suddenly a reflex is gone? Okay? So moxa is not the same as breaking it down. It dissolves it. It's a little bit different.
So the points that you choose to use moxa on, or that are more typically used with moxa, like what makes them more suitable to dissolving rather than?
Oh, yeah, that's always an interesting question that I don't really have a very good answer for. It's one of those things you just get to resonate a certain way with certain points. The immune point is a moxa point, for example. Liver 5 is a moxa point. It's one of those things, or if you have cold feet, you want to create more stimulation, use moxa to warm it up. It's a very hard one to answer. I mean, officially the answer is something like that. Any point that was originally used by a moxibustionist, we would use moxa out of respect, but you can actually use needles on it. Then a point that's element on element, so for example, spleen 3 is element on element, earth on earth, would be a moxa point. Lung 8, actually she's 2 elements on elements. And I'm not doing it because I'm doing other points moxa, because I'm going to do spleen 6 moxa. So one of the rules of moxa is element on element, with the exception of kidney 10, are moxa points.
Element on element.
Meaning spleen 3 is earth on earth, right? Does that explain?
Yeah.
Okay. Lung 8 is metal on metal. The channel and the point elements are the same.
How do you decide when you've got enough moxa?
I kind of look at the skin getting pinkyish around it. You feeling
Yes.
on this side? Okay. Too much?
No?
So you've never done loose moxa on the needle head, on the handle of the needle?
Oh, this is called okyu. This, what you're talking about, is called kyutoshin. But the Japanese, if you do it from the left, it's called this. If you do it from the right, it's called this. If you come from the front, it's, everything has a name and a proper procedure. Kyutoshin is really to warm things up. It's very different. Now, but you asked me if I ever do it, and the answer is absolutely not, because I can't stand the smell. When I studied with Kawai, he does kyutoshin on any needle he's ever needled, ear needle, head needle. He does not have, because the word jengjo, jeng is metal, jo is heating. Acupuncture means moxa, means to heat things up. For him, there's no such thing as a needle without moxa. And he means moxa. I mean, it's like,
You can't see anything.
it's amazing. So I did direct moxa on him, and he laughed at me. He said, "That's very nice. Can I have the real thing?" I mean, literally, it was like, okay, never mind. The problem with kyutoshin is the smell. And kyutoshin you do on places like the abdomen or buttocks, where The skin may feel warm. When you press in, you feel like frigid. That's when you want to do moxa on top of the needle. But this Kyodashin is warming. It's not dissolving. This is to dissolve. Now, I'll use it if you have cold feet. Skin is cold. I'll use Okyu. But what you're talking, the moxa on top of the needle, that's really for warming the inside. To do that, what I do instead is I take a sock, I fill it with corn, agricultural corn, not the corn that you eat. So I'm maybe around, do you guys have corn that you feed, that they feed animals corn? Okay. The what? Oh, okay. All you have to do, put it in the microwave and test it out. If it doesn't pop, like regular corn that you're eating, pops in the microwave. Okay, that corn that they feed animals, it's bigger, it's coarser. Okay, maybe it's maize, I don't know. But you can put rice in the sock if you're not sure. Okay, put it in the microwave.
Wheat, don't we here?
Okay.
Wheat bag.
Wheat okay. I thought that was a cereal. Weetabix with a box. Tomato. So you use a sock, you put it in a microwave, and you can just put it next to the needle. And it's just as effective as moxa, in my opinion. As long as the heat radiates inside. So the advantage of earthy things, grains, the reason I like the corn the best is it keeps the heat the most, and it's not as hot at the beginning. You use rice, it's very hot at the start, and it loses the heat very fast. But earthy things will, when you were a kid and when I was a kid, we would sit on the pavement, and in the winter, it'll be really freezing cold. Your butt will be frozen. Okay, more frozen than than the pavement itself, because the earth pushes the temperature. Okay, whereas if you sit on a piece of wood, it doesn't feel as cold as if you sit on the pavement. Some things have a quality of pushing the temperature through. I think we're a little bit over time. I can't see the clock. Is it 4? Oh, shoot. Okay, we'll take the next person. Let me just finish the moxa, and then we're taking the next person. Sorry about that. Thank you. That's much better for me too. Sorry?
I was just going to ask about your patient isn't flinching there when you're doing the moxa. Is that because you've got a very good technique, or...?
It's because I have a very good technique. What else do you want me to tell you? Okay, so in my opinion, the moxa should be relatively pleasant. It should not be horrible. And the reason why people, you want me to show you how she'll scream?
Oh, no. I mean, I can't bear it myself. I can't stand it.
Okay, look. Put some sweat into this. As long as it's light, they don't care. Now, chances are, no. No, not yet. Okay, hold on.
It doesn't seem ever to stick to your fingers. With mine,
Listen, believe me, it sticks to my face. It does everything. Also, it's just that I've been doing it for a long time, so it does take some dexterity. I don't know if it's dexterity, but you have to work it. Like everything else, you just have to accept that it takes time, and it's not going to happen in a minute, and you have to resist the temptation of trying to make it small by squeezing it. It's squishing it that makes it too hot. And come over here. I want to show you something. Okay. This looks big, but it's as long as it's fluffy. So I have an expression: size doesn't matter, looseness does. Exactly opposite of other situations. Okay. So let's say it's too big. Okay, so I light it, and I can do this to it and light it again. Oops, actually it ended up on my fingers. Okay, so let's do this. Bigger, light, squish it out, light it again, squish it out, Light it again. So people are insisted on making them small because they think it's aesthetically pleasing. Who cares? It's going to get burnt either way. It's like there's nothing aesthetic about you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not painting a picture that's going to stay there for prosperity. So if it's bigger, you can only make this size.
Smaller was less hurtful, but I can see what you're saying.
No, my fault. My fault. So I don't mind large as long as it's not compact.
Yeah.
And just
But you're not
take
letting
it
the
off.
whole thing burn down as well. It's just
If it was
10
smaller, I
minutes.
do.
Okay.
If it is small. Now, if you make it so large that you have to light it 5 times, okay, don't do it.
Yeah.
But as long as you're doing it, you know, like you're lighting it once or twice.
That big one just go in one go. I think that was.
No,
was
no.
my,
Oh
mistake.
God, no, 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 no. So make them loose. Bigger is okay. Teeny is fabulous, but if you can't make tiny at the beginning, you won't be able to make tiny. It takes a long time to figure it out. You know, it's like, you know, in Japan, the trick is it takes 10 years. Well, we say the same thing here. It takes 10 years to master something. Before, they say before 10 years, you're considered a beginner. Okay, so, there's this thing about you need 10,000 hours or something like that, and it takes 10 years to get there, so on. So in Japan, if you have 10 years in one of the arts, if you say you are doing carving, and now you're going to move to paper mache or something, you don't have to start 10 years from scratch. They considered you're already master level. You just go and take a little bit of paper mache, whatever, and you're considered a master also. It's the process of training the mind that matters. How difficult is it to take a little piece of something and put it on? Come on. Like, you really need 10 years to learn to do this? No, you need to train your mind for 10 years to be able to do this. So it's an interesting perspective. Are you comfortable?
I'm fine, yes. Thank
Good.
you.
We're going to leave you. We're going to move over to... So, next person.
I came here sort of because of tiredness, but I also have...
Tiredness?
Yeah, but
Thank you.
it was structural, so
Yeah.
small lordosis, pronounced lordosis of the lower back.
You have lordosis
Yes, of the lower back.
in the lower back. Okay.
But the doctor said when they were doing the function for meningitis, which I didn't have, it just diagnosed, sort of diagnosis tool. What did I write? Okay, early childhood multiple infection of ears. I was hospitalized for that as well. I fractured my arcade when I was 3 years old.
Your what?
Arcada. I'm not English.
Oh, okay.
Native, so I'm from
That's okay.
Slovenia. Arcada here.
Okay. Never heard. I don't know what the... Okay, that's good enough. You fractured a bone here.
I went to hospital 2 times for my stomach inflammation of a mucus in the stomach when they did the gastroenterology exam, and I have a hernia also on the stomach, which lately...
Meaning hiatal hernia.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So lately I had pain here, big...
More left side?
Yeah.
Under
just
the
that,
breast? Just left side. Okay.
Yeah, under the breast, sometimes just under. And I went to a cardiologist because my pulse was I was bradycardic, 47, 55, but now I'm normal. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like, but
No, it has nothing to do with look.
but I had severe bad, but apparently it's not, the heart is good, so they think it's a hernia being pinched sometimes, and I had the pain yesterday as well, so it's really painful. It's like a cardiac arrest, basically.
Really? Okay.
It goes. So yeah, because of when I was born in Slovenia, it's common the hips are displaced. So we have like a big, when you put nappies, like you have large things. So
when you say your hips were displaced, what does it mean exactly? Do you know what was wrong?
No, it's not precisely. It's just slightly displaced. It's not enough to warrant an operation, but
just a big diaper.
Well, yeah, it's to stabilize the hips.
It's because the hip joint isn't fully formed correctly.
Ah, okay.
It's really common in Slovenia, so a lot of us have that. And noticed it lately, but I have pain in low back, that's quite a bit, but also here in the head,
Pain here. Only right side?
on the right side.
Okay. Because she shows the immune area, but only one side is probably not immune, if it's just one side. Okay.
I have painful periods, that's the first day. That's basically it, and itchy scalp, that's the only thing I...
Okay. So, biggest thing sounds like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said fatigue?
Yes, I noticed that late few years now, my concentration is really shit.
Okay.
I wake up sometimes really tired, and my vision is blurred sometimes. Wake up blurred.
Okay.
Like I have a severe case of astigmatism,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just clears up.
We wake up with the blurry vision, and then
Yeah.
after a little while, it gets
After
better.
a few hours, it gets better, yeah.
Okay. One other thing. You said bad concentration.
Worse concentration than before, yeah.
Okay. But the fatigue, where do you feel tired in the eyes? Clearly in the eyes.
Yeah, it's like someone just boxed me.
So not in the legs, not in the chest, not
No,
really
legs-
in the eyes.
Legs is only when I have periods. That's when legs sometimes I have
Okay.
cramping. They're usually on the right side.
Okay.
But that's...
Okay. So the fatigue, which is in the eyes, mostly the concentration, the hiatal hernia, and by the way, I have lordosis,
Yeah, that's by the way.
but it's not really, the lordosis is kind of irrelevant in a
Yeah,
sense,
no,
which is
I
fine.
have a lower back pain, but it's not...
The lower back pain is always that right side thing?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay. Face up. I'm going to take the pillow away. Okay. All right. You prefer with glasses, without glasses? Up to you.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. So she's more spleen type, right? Bigger hipped than
Mediterranean.
waist.
Slovenian, Mediterranean.
Not every Mediterranean's like that, but I know, I understand. Yeah, yeah. I told you we call Mediterranean butt. So, all right, but you sweat a lot.
Yeah, from here up and
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
feet.
Yeah. Now notice how her feet are like pointed. Okay, this is not normal. You know, in a relaxed, some people can do this, but her natural position is that. Yeah. Oh, no, don't do anything. I want to. There's not much flexibility here. So that's the other thing that always interests me in people is like, how much holding pattern are they going to have in the foot? Are they willing to let go? Okay, or not? Most, some are, some are not. She is definitely not. She's holding it. It's like, I'm not letting go. I want it to be like this. It's okay. That's what she wants. Any discomfort, kidney 2?
There was slight,
Slight here?
yeah.
Okay, but not this side. Okay, liver 2, spleen 2. Spleen 2, liver 2. Spleen 2. Spleen 2 left, kidney 2 left. Okay, cardiac disease in the family. By the way, when I say medical history, I mean mama, papa, and grandparents.
Okay, so medical history. Dad died of heart failure, cancer a lot in his family. My mom had cervical cancer. My grandma had liver cancer. My grandfather had, and that's the maternal side, had lung cancer and stomach cancer. What stomach I went to lungs.
Where in Slovenia did you live?
No, my was in front. My mom is French, my father is Slovenian.
Okay,
So that was...
the French, they lived on top of a nuclear plant, and the Slovenians lived on top of a dump site? Why do they have so much cancer?
My grandfather, I presume, because he worked as in a wood factory, always all the dust before, and it was during the war, the Second World War. My grandmother, children? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No, but you said Mama also had cervical.
My mom has cervical cancer, yeah.
I just when so many from different sides. I didn't know she came from 2 different places. I thought same place. So you think maybe environment. I'm just trying to find out if it's environmental.
Well, It might be because my grandparents originated from Slovenia, so it might be. My French grandparents originated but moved because of a war.
I got you. Did they come from the same place as your parental?
Near enough, yes.
Near enough.
Near-
Okay, so what kind of industry do they have in that near enough place? Wood, mostly wood.
It's very healthy actually because it's forest everywhere. It's wood.
Interesting. No, I'm
So that was my mom's side.
Yeah,
My
just
dad's
curious.
side, my grandfather lived till he was 91, so he was pretty much okay.
Okay.
He had a slightly enlarged prostate. That was it. My grandmother though died before I was born, so I don't really know why.
okay, no problem. Okay, the reason I asked is because about the cardiac is left side fire points of spleen and kidney, but it's both on the left and it's nothing on the right. And
Could I ask?
yeah, hold on one second. Anything?
Not really, no.
Okay, yeah.
Could I ask about the hips in terms of she was saying everyone?
Yeah, that's.
What is that?
It's, I'm sorry, but geographically, Slovenians, Austrians, and some other have a wider disposition to have hips problems. So when a baby is born, you get an ultrasound done or immediately because of that.
So would you look at that as a congenital problem, therefore possibly kidneys?
Hold on. Yes, congenital problem, yes. Possibly kidney, no. To me, congenital means something else. I'll go through that in a second. Ask me in 3 seconds. Just let me palpate. Yeah.
So just a really basic thing. Why did you start the way you did?
Oh, just because I told you I start with feet with everyone.
Okay.
I'm interested in the feet because hers are unusual and she's sweating. Then I just start. I was already here. I might as well do the fire points. That was all. There was no special nothing about it. Okay, so we're talking eyes, fatigue, and hiatal hernia, correct? Okay. So I need to remind myself throughout the time because if I'm talking about different things, I need to keep coming back. Okay. So when I poke here, do you feel just my fingers or something different? Is it uncomfortable? Because it feels like there might be something here.
Yeah, that finger is like.
This finger?
Yeah.
Okay, forget
lower
this
one.
finger.
No.
Here.
On the
Okay,
hand,
so there's
the lower
yeah.
one was-
Don't analyze. There's something here, in other words.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We're not dealing. Okay, how about here?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Ooh. Okay, definitely. Okay, so spleen 13, 14 on the left side. Okay, how are your bowel movements?
Okay-ish.
Okay-ish. Okay.
Depends on my period. My period one. Okay until my period, and then okay.
Ah, okay. Okay. How about oketsu?
It's less fun, but still.
Some. Okay. Right stomach 26.
Yes.
Yes. Adrenal. Ooh, yeah. And also tight.
Yeah.
Okay. Ren 9. Teeny bit of pus. Okay, she has everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, everything. Okay. 15.
No, that's okay, thank God.
But this. Wait. This is hiatal hernia. What do you mean, okay, thank God? I'm not happy with that. I don't want these, but I do want this one. No, it's okay. Hold on.
If you go like
Yeah,
this, that
don't
was
worry,
good.
don't worry. Under the rib I should go?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I promise to do my best for this one. If I go under this side, not a big deal?
It is, but less.
But this is more. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going. Okay.
Let's go.
No. Let me decide what I'll do. Okay. You're not going to like my solutions, but not you. You'll be fine with my solution. I think the thing that interests me the most, by the way, come feel, freezing kneecaps and hot under, right? By the way, if you want to feel temperature, better to do it on this side or do it above the hand because we're too used to, right? Kneecaps freezing.
And this freezing.
You're right. Joints. So interesting. Something with it. No, not here. Yeah. Oh, yes, in the wrist.
Oh, and I have a slightly dislocated joint here as well. And a broken clavicle.
Broken clavicle. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking not so much on the congenital, that it might be, there may be congenital, but I'm thinking the cancer is the thing that grabs me. Okay? Cancer from both sides of the family, and altogether it sounds like either 3 or 4, I don't even remember, but at least 3.
3 from maternal sides and 1 from paternal.
Okay, too many. It's like 1, fine, normal in today's world, but 4 out of 6, it's like, wow, something, you know. No. So could be, in that sense, could be the wood, or could be genetic. I don't know. I don't know the area. I can't say. You know. So I want to test. And by the reason I got back to it, yeah. When she told the story, okay, fine, kind of semi-interesting. I'll listen. I'll pretend I'm interested, whatever. But then I'm checking abdomen. Sorry, shut up. I'm checking abdomen. And everything hard, and she goes like this, okay? So everything I check, whether here, or here, or here, or here, or here, there's no point in differentiating, and also under my finger, there's no differentiation. It's all one big hard glob, okay? There is, in cancer-style abdomen, don't worry, you don't have it. They feel like stretched balloon. It's not this tightness. But I'm wondering if, because I only see post-cancer, I never get a chance to see pre-cancer, right? And by the way, in 5 years, you will have cancer.
Thank you.
No, not you. No, I didn't say that. But a patient that comes in, that has this kind of tight abdomen, I can't say, will you? I don't know if in 5 years they'll have. So I'm thinking maybe the ones that have that stretch, the long-term cancer people, especially that took lots of chemo, that have this stretched balloon, maybe they actually started with this tightness. So I'm going to start, just testing, okay? I'm just telling you everything I'm thinking. Let me start with favorite cancer points. Okay, so you remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is on this side in the center. Putting either liver 9 or inner yin. Okay, inner yin is liver 9 level on the kidney channel. So this is liver 9 and inner yin will be here. Can you see? Okay, bend the leg. Liver 9, inner yin. Okay, same level but on the kidney channel. Okay, so.
That's just called inner yin.
It's called inner yin. If you're looking Chinese, it's going to call Xin Yin Men, but we call inner yin. Okay, it's 5 fingers above kidney 10. Okay, liver 9. Plus she has eye problems, which liver 9 is a good point for. Hi, how is 1? How is 2? How is 3? How is 4? Sorry, 4 and 5.
So 1, 2, 3 is duller.
Duller.
Still there, but it's not like you have a pillow over it. Muffled.
Muffled.
And 4 and 5 is less, but still present.
Okay, so would you mind, I know it's hard, if you don't mind giving percentages from when we started.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 20.
1, 2, 3, 20 left?
No, yeah, 20 left. It's
Okay, 80% better, okay. And 4 and 5.
Okay, 5 is still an 85. 4 would be 65, 70.
Okay, all right. So, okay, now you also had here and here. I'm going to try from this side just for the sake of it. I mean, it shouldn't, only if it's the right point should it work on the opposite side. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, I see.
Hi, how's now? And now?
Okay, so 1 was perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So I think, yes, something in genetics that it's not necessarily the wood that creates, it's the genetics, something in the genetics creates the thing. Okay, that's my thinking. By the way, your eyes feel okay right now?
Yeah, slight.
Slight.
Yeah.
Heaviness?
Yeah.
Okay. When I press, how's heaviness in the eye?
Oh, better.
I like it when people's eyes light up. Ooh, I like that. See, that's the advantage of the style, is that on the other hand, if you say, how are your eyes? And go, it's the same. And then you try 3 other points of the same, it's the same, it's the same. It's like, that's not exactly confidence producing for the patient. So you kind of have to, the advantage of the system is exactly its disadvantage. Okay, next.
That was still in a
That was actually liver 9.
Oh, sorry.
Cancer is liver 9 better, but could be inner yin. Inner yin is related very strongly to the upright, is related to mushu, to the upright. Inner yin is what you feel when you create the kidney channel. Okay? Now, of course she's going to get mushu because everybody does. I mean, if they come to me, they're a mushu, almost always. But she has possibly hip problems. Yes, not you don't like. Okay, liver 9. How's now?
Oh, yeah, gone.
Okay, now that was still liver 9. Now my next thing is, remember he said, do I think it's related to the kidney? Not necessarily to the kidney. So can I flip for a second? Can I get a page in there?
Yeah, please.
You've heard of points that are called Wang, Gao Wang Shu, right? UB43. And you were told that Wang means the space between the heart and the pericardium. I don't know, whatever they make up. Sorry, they really made it up. Even though you can see it in dictionaries. I don't know where it came from. The character literally is, I reversed the character, I'm sorry, but this is Wang. This means inside the body. Okay, actually it's the other way around. This is above that, but it doesn't matter. So anything, you see this thing, it means inside the body. It's like a moon. Okay? This Wang means dead or missing or hidden. Okay? So like in a funeral, it's a Wang. Okay? So Huang means something inside the body that's died or is missing or something of that nature, okay? What now you have to think? What is an organ inside your body that is missing?
Umbilical cord.
That'll be one of them, that's fair. Come on. Anybody else wants to be a millionaire? Or a trillionaire or whatever with inflation? Why is the sunjiao missing? It doesn't exist. It's a concept, but it's not missing. I mean, it's fair. I mean, this is how we start. And by the way, you could be totally right. I'm just saying it's okay. So in your body, it's something that apparently used to be in your body, is still influencing your body, but isn't there anymore.
No, it's still there.
Anything genetic. Your parents, by the way, your parents, grandparents may be still alive. Your great-grandparents, I'm guaranteeing, anybody sitting in this class, your grandparents are not alive anymore. Okay? So they're definitely they're dead. Okay? They're gone. They're missing, but they're still influencing you. So anything so the character Huang refers to things that come from the ancestors. So there's different ways to look at ancestors. Zheng would be one of them, but Huang. So what I want to check is we have 4 Huang points. That was odd. Okay, you must have the other cover to it. Okay. So we have Huang points. We have Huang Shu by the umbilicus, kidney 16. Okay. We have Gao Huang Shu. Okay. We have Bao, which is UB43. We have Bao Wang Shu, which is UB53, I believe. So it's in the sacroiliac ligaments. Okay. And we have outside the sun. Oh, cute. Outside the sunjiao, we have another Wang. You might be right. I don't know. See, it's impossible to tell with these things. So I want to see how much can I, if I influence her Wangs, what can I do? Okay, are you okay? You seem a little...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
Are you cold?
No, I think I'm susceptible to drafts.
Relax. Susceptible to dry. Very Chinese. Here, pain. Okay, sorry. Let me see what the Huang does for her. Okay, Gao Wang Shu as star. Because I can do kidney 16. You know, if she has, you know. Okay, how is 1? Much better, it seems like, right? Because it's softer. You disagree?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was looking at the opposite.
I'm not. I don't care about this one.
So, yeah, this one is completely good.
Come on. How about this one?
Yeah,
How about this one still there?
still
Yeah, interesting. But this one, okay, hold on. How about Ren 9?
less.
How much?
It's 30% now.
30, okay.
Think so,
And Ren 12?
Much better.
Okay. How is, I'm sorry, hernia?
Still there, but it's 20% better.
Only 20% better. Okay. Hernia and this one that didn't get better with this one. When I do liver 9, how is... Still have. Okay, because before I thought you said it was better, but now it's not. Hold on. Okay, this is, okay, so this may still be true adrenal I have to deal with, or it may be reflection of Fuketsu, because if it's toxicity, I may still need to, like, okay, it's all right. How is hernia?
It's there. This one was better for the hernia.
Okay, so this just does 10%? Okay. Okay. Just still checking. Bao Wang. Okay.
Which one's that?
Bao Wang 53. How's? No good.
No.
How about this though? No good either. Wait, maybe I don't have Bao Wang right. I mean, I may not work. Relax, you don't do anything.
Yes.
Yes. How about the adrenal now?
It's still there, but
Let's talk percentages.
15% now present.
15 or 50?
15.
15. 15 is not bad. Okay. But this, we only got 20% at the most improvement, right? So, no good?
No, it's the same as...
10% only.
Yeah, 15% better, 10%, 15%.
Anything? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry. Pain here, right?
What is that?
Stomach 9. How, still bad, the stomach 9?
Better,
By how much?
10%.
10% left or 10% gone? Sorry,
10% left.
10% left, fabulous. Okay. I need more arms. Oh. It's okay. Okay, let me just try with 15. How's hernia?
10% better, but it's
10% better, okay. It's not it, okay. I'm sorry about stomach 9. How's hernia?
wow.
Okay.
Stomach 9.
Okay, stomach 9. Stomach 9 we call, the name itself means welcome human. Okay, Zhen Ying. Okay, so you have different interpretations to, here, let me put this under your knees, it'll be nicer. Is that better?
So what was your left hand on there? Sorry.
The hernia. She said under the left rib if I press in. You know, it's like liver on this side, but, okay.